Hey everybody, welcome to the Soulful Eclectic. This is Diana Collins, your great host. And if this is the first time you're visiting me, thank you so much for taking the time out to come on and listen to see and hear what I have to say. And if you have been listening and you're returning, thank you for taking the time out to come on back here and listen to what this woman has to say. Because sometimes I got a lot to say, sometimes I got a little bit to say, sometimes, hell, I may have nothing to say, but it sounds good, but whatever. But today is one of those days where I have something that's on my spirit that I want to share with the masses or whomever is listening. Even if it's just one person, we're going to have a conversation with that one person. So just sit down, have a chat with me, have a cup of coffee, have a cup of tea, get your sage, whatever you need to do to get yourself and your mind right for this, because it's a good one and somebody needs to hear it, so I'm going to say it and share it. So I have been busy. So if you listen to the other episode, I talked about friendships and, compartmentalizing your friends. And that's okay, because sometimes we do have to put them in certain compartments and categories. So categorizing and compartmentalizing your friendships and reevaluating your friendships and relationships, right? So we talked about all that. So today I was thinking, I'm standing here and I'm just, putzing around in the kitchen and cleaning and just doing stuff to kind of take my mind off of the work that I have to do that seems to be never ending, but yet it's there. And guess what, guys? It's my work, mine. I'm working for me, so that makes this work that much more pleasurable for me. So I don't see it as work. I just see it as building me and getting me out there. So but I decided to take a little bit of break from that so I can tidy up the house so my husband don't have to come home to stuff everywhere, though it's not stuff everywhere, because if you know me, I don't keep stuff everywhere. I try very much to put things back where they belong and where I got it from. Now my husband on the other hand, that's a whole different ball of wax. We ain't even gonna talk about that, because I love that man, and that keeps me loving him is by not talking about that stuff. Anyways, I have on my spirit. What I have on my spirit, boy. I just actually finished a conversation with somebody, and it wasn't a bad conversation. It was just us, just a quick conversation, nothing major. It was actually business. It was business. But anyways, but it put something in my mind, and it said, you know what, talk about that. So I'm talking about it. So here's what I'm talking about, and it's back on friendship and things like that. We have a habit as women wanting to invite everybody into our lives, right? We have a habit as women, just in case y'all didn't hear me, to invite everybody into our lives like they belong. Not everybody belongs in our lives. People have a place in our lives, but they don't belong in all facets of our lives. Can I say that? It was that fair statement to make. If you agree, great. If you disagree, excuse me, just, we can talk about it. I like to hear what you have to say. No arguments, no tomfoolery around here. It's just conversation, being adults and seeing other people's opinions, right? And that's all good, as long as you be respectful and, do what we do. But anyways, what I was thinking was that, we grow up having to include everybody in everything, and everybody's not for everybody. Go back to the friendship thing. Everybody's not for everybody. So with that, as I told you guys and talked to you guys the other day about, reevaluating relationships and friendships and, changing categories if necessary for those who are there in that, BFF zone. I sat down and I thought about the people that are in my life. Now, I have a tight circle. I have a square. I have a triangle. I have different shapes in my friends. And that's because I like people. I like variety. I like the variety that people bring to my life. Because with every interaction that I have with a person, I learn something not only about that person, but I also learn something about me. So it helps me grow. So there's people, like you said, you have associates and stuff. I put them in shapes for me. So my circle people, my tight circle, I have to say that's really just a handful of people, and I can count on one hand. And those are people that know me genuinely. Not that I present myself disingenuinely. They know me in and out, meaning they grew up with me. We raised our kids together, that kind of thing. So I have two friends like that. I had more than that, but she passed away. God bless her. May she rest in peace. She passed away, but I had three friends like that. So now I'm down to two. And I'm blessed to say I picked up one more. So she fits in that circle, and they're all three of them are women. She fits in that circle of knowing me, even though she has known me the shortest amount of time. I always say it's the quantity, not the quality, not the quantity that is of value to me. So if in that short period of time you can bring me a lifetime of joy, like we've known each other for years, that speaks volumes over someone I've known for 20 years and they still don't have that same knowledge about me. But anyways, so I have those three key people in my life. And they are, that they are key. Like I can call them and say any outlandish thing, and there's no judgment about what it is I'm saying. They will listen to me. They will either agree or disagree. Be like, that's interesting. Maybe I should, think about, trying that, or look, but it's just those kinds of conversations we can have. And that's great. And as I said, I just met someone that is in that circle. So for me, she is that third person. So thank you to my friend Michelle, who passed, who brought her into my space, because I know that was her doing. Anyways, so I got those three people, right? Those three people know the deep, dark skeletons that do dances in my closet. So I got those people. And then you got those other people, right, that are on that other side that of that square. So let's call them oval shape, because for me, I give them a similar shape because they still have a closeness to me. It's just not that tight. Does that make sense? It's just not that tight. And it's not to say that I don't trust those people, because I do. For you to have that shape, I trust you in some manner. It's just some things are not meant to share with some people, in my opinion, and that's okay. Like, people say you share everything with your husband. No, I don't. Some things are just, you don't share with your husband, or it's not meant for him. Like the things I discuss with my girlfriends, I'm not going to come back home and tell my husband. That's just, some things is just, hey, we got to have our boundaries somewhere. And he understands that. Like, he goes out with his, with the boys whenever he does go out. And that goes for me too, whenever I do go out. He don't come back and tell me everything about what he and his boys discuss. And I don't expect him to. So, what he does share with me, I value, and we talk about it. But whatever he doesn't that, is irrelevant to our relationship and our growth, I don't expect him to tell me about it. When he go to the barbershop, he don't tell me everything they discuss in the barbershop. That's his time. That's his time. And I value that for him, and I value that for me, because we need that. And it brings us closer. So the oval shaped people are still my peeps. I love them to pieces. Those are my ride or dies. So when I say, I know some people, sometimes I say I don't have friends near me. That's all it is. I don't have friends near me, but I have people in my corner. And it does sometimes feel like, damn, I got nobody I can call on in the case I need something. But that's not true for me. That's really not true for me. It was once upon a time in my life, and I had to sit down and realize that that's no longer a thing for me. I never have to worry about that. That if I really need something, I have my circle and my oval that will band together and do what they need to do for me. And I'm so grateful for that. And I need them to know that I am so grateful. So if y'all listening today, tomorrow, a month, a year from now, know that I value you, and you all know who you are, and that you mean the world to me. And I'm not even going to try to cry, but I cannot even begin to express how you guys make me feel. So that I want to share out there with that. But My oval group is that team member group that we are building together, right? We're building either businesses together, foundations together. We are talking about our lives together. We are talking. We are, engaging. We're building. That's the sisterhood right there. Or there's some. I got a couple of brothers in that oval too. And as I said before, yes, you can have men as friends. All right. You definitely always have to set those boundaries. But there are some men that are genuinely just want to be your friend, and doesn't mean they have to be gay. That's bullshit. They just want to be your friend. And I can dig that. As long as we know what this is, there's nothing. All right. And I know, like I said before, I know what Steve Harvey said about men waiting for your man to slip up so they can slip in. No. There's no slippage here. No slipping and sliding or over on these parts. So everybody knows their role. Cool. But anyway, so the oval group is there, and we chill. But I had a thought today because I just talked to one of my oval my oval room members, and when they got off the phone, they was like, "That's my big sis, my mentor, my ride. She, I go to her for everything." And I don't know if I was meant to hear that or not. The conversation was actually done, and I was hanging up, and she was talking to the other person, and I was like, "Wow, she does feel the same way about me as I feel about her." Because you often wonder how other people view you, and even though when you go into relationships, you go into it wholeheartedly, doing your best, but not expecting the other person to do the same as you are, because they're not you. You're different people, so they're not going to do the same and treat you the same. But you're hoping that it's something similar, and even though it looks different, the feeling. If you feel that it's value and it's doing what it's supposed to make you feel appreciated and wanted and loved, then it's doing what it's supposed to do, even though it looks different. But I heard that, and I was like, dang. I was like, okay, she do. All right. Go little sis, I love you too. Right? Yeah, we could do this. So it did warm my heart. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to just, go on and do a podcast about just where you are with your friends. And I know this is like my friends segment, and even though, because it's Women's Month, and I'm not digging my guys out because it's they got their thing, whatever, but we don't celebrate us as women enough. And as I said all the time, we're so busy tearing each other down. It's nice to have that circle and that oval that's there to build you up. Now, you got my square over there. Now, my squares are my square people, my conservative friends who you just know you're not going to discuss certain things with them because it's just, and none of them have ever passed judgment. It's just not their bag. So you have those squares, and that's okay. I love my squares. My squares have great value to me as I do to them, and I don't treat them any different. I love them. And I just know that certain things I can't discuss with them because it makes them uncomfortable. And I appreciate that. And I acknowledge that. So I don't privy them to certain things. And it's okay. Doesn't mean they're not my friend. Doesn't mean I don't value them. It just means that we have a different type of friendship. And then you got my triangles. My triangles are forever my rides. I love my triangles. My triangles are going to be with me. Those my triangle. I love. I can say this because I am of this community. This that place. So please don't PC me. I don't do it. Okay. If anyone listens to my podcast, y'all know I say something. I mean no harm. There's no malice to anything I say. So I don't want anyone sending me any comments. If you're going to do what you want to do anyway, but just know I'm going to swerve those comments. If you make any about correcting me, don't do it. Bad thing. All right. I love learning. So if it's in a space of learning, I'm all for it. But as far as that just don't do it. Please don't do it. But anyways, so my hood friends, my ghetto friends, and like I said, I can say it because I was born and raised in Bushwick Avenue before they gentrified it. Okay, and if any of y'all know Brooklyn and know Bushwick Avenue, okay, enough said. Okay, not the gentrified Brooklyn Bushwick Avenue, because that's a totally different Bushwick than the new one, the old one. All right, so I can say that. But anyways, those are my peeps. They keep me grounded, is what I like to say. They keep me grounded, and I love them for it. Now, you can't take them, your triangles to your squares sometimes, and that's okay, because like I said, everybody's not for everybody. Don't mean I treat anyone better than the other. Hell no, because what you see in my square is what you get when I'm in my triangles, and definitely when I get in my oval and my circle. Okay, so it's not that I'm presenting it differently. It just looks different. But it's still me. But anyway, my triangles. Boy, I love my triangles. Funny as hell. Down to earth as hell. Gonna tell you what it is, how it is, what it looks like. I love it. I appreciate it. All right, because as I said, it keeps me grounded and it keeps me connected to the community that I grew up in. All right. And I've said this before, even though I was raised in the city, in the hood, in the ghetto, doesn't mean that I am of it, but that is a part of me, because that was the environment that I lived in. Even though my mama didn't let me run in it, doesn't mean I was not aware and did not have friends in it. And I value that. I value them. You know, they all these pieces, all these shapes are what shaped me. They are a part of me. So when you look at people, you look at your friends, when you're going through that category and you're shifting people from one to the other to whatever, or even getting rid of them, like putting them out of that zone, think about it. How did they affect your life, right? Now, my new bestie, hi babe, we were talking yesterday, and I say that because she know who she is. Look, I'm saying it like she in front of me, but she ain't in front of me. We were talking the other day, and she mentioned an individual, and I don't say no names or anything like that for anybody. And this happened. Oh, excuse me. Happened to be, universe, stop. I'm not going to talk bad. Don't choke me out over here. See what happened? The universe corrects you when your mind starts to think of negativity. Something happened. I took a swig of water and the universe choked me up right there. It was like, watch it. So I'm not going to say anything terrible or bad or anything. But when you're talking with your friends, right, there's always going to be an individual, no matter who, and we weren't talking about anyone specific. We were just talking about friendships in general, like this conversation right now. So we were having a similar conversation yesterday. So we were just running through, and it's like, you ever have those people that you meet, and it's like, you think they're for you, and then somebody tells you that person has no goodwill towards you, and it's like, yeah, I did experience that. It's like you get some people that you meet, and you don't know why you don't like them. It's just something about intuitiveness within you is saying, you want to have caution with dealing with this individual, and you don't know why. There are people like that. Listen to the intuition. I had to learn to listen to it, because I used to ignore it. Because, again, as I told you guys, I didn't have that many friends I can trust. And I was one of those people that was out there putting myself and my business out to everybody, because I was trying to be friends with everybody. And I had to be cool with myself, and I learned to be cool with myself, which is why now my circle, my square, my oval is what it is. Is because I learned to be cool with myself, and I learned to adjust fire. And that's what you have to do. So with that, I'm saying, listen to that intuition. If there's something about somebody, even if you just met them, you can take that second meeting and have a conversation just to validate your feelings if you so choose. Or you can go on first thing and just say, you know what, I'm going to tread lightly when dealing with this person if I have to deal with them, if it's a work situation, because sometimes we can't help who we have to work with. It just is what it is. But know to limit or be aware to limit your contact and your interactions with that individual. That's all I'm saying. Listen to your intuition. So we were talking about that, and I was saying, yeah, I had all kinds of red flags and stand warnings when talking to this one individual. And she was like, yeah, listen to that, because that speaks volumes. She said she had that same feeling for somebody, and she's like, she ignored it and then, ended up getting, burned behind it. And it's like, dang. So you have to really do that and take account to it. And sometimes you just don't know why you don't like the person. Like I said, I just said, hello, how are you? That person spoke their name and introduced themselves and what they did, who they are. And I was like, instantly in my gut, I was like, ugh. And I was just like, I'm trying to like you. I'm trying to figure out, and then there's just some people that you just enter their space and it's like, ugh. I really don't want to talk to you, but I have to because we have business to do and you're good at what you do and damn, I need to talk to you. And then, so you have that too. So you pick and choose how and when you talk to these people and, and move on. Take care of your business, get it done, and just limit your contact and your conversation. But those people, you're definitely not going to sit there and divulge your life to them, right? But there was a time, I'm sure we all been there, that you did to those people and you got burned for it. But it's a lesson learned. So I say that to say, when you have these interactions, take them as lessons, learn from them, and just govern yourself accordingly as you move through to the next relationship. And just take your time on some things. Some things can be rushed. Like I said, some people like this one person I met, it was an instant connection. So I was like, we were vibing. Sometimes you have those, and those are far and few between. And as I said last time, those are genuine. You treasure those. So she's in that tight circle. I'm treasuring that because that comes far and few between, especially for us as women, right? So I value that. I value that. So I say that to just share that with you today because that was on my mind. That was on my spirit. And I said, why the hell not share it? I just stopped doing the dishes and I said, talk and let them know that because for some reason it needed to be said. So with that, take a look and see. Once you got your categories in order, shape them up. That's what I did. Anyway, I shaped them up. But I got work to do, so I guess I better go back and do some work and get this my brand on. So with that, I'm going to mention, if you have not checked out Divine Nubian Essentials, please do. Divine Nubian Essentials is a holistic, homemade skin and hair care line that is made by me. I have tested all my products and I love them. My skin is soft. My face is lovely. My hair is amazing. So if you want to give it a try, I would appreciate it. So go to divinenubianessentials.com and try it out and let me know. If you've tried it out already, give me some feedback. Give me some reviews. Do you like the combination? Do you not like the combination? Is there a scent you would like to smell? I have become the greatest skincare chemist over here, so just let me know. And also, I have Collins Education Resource Management. We are a small company for consulting on healthcare workshops and health and wellness and diversity, equity, and inclusion. So if you have any needs in educating either yourself, the community, let me know. And also we have available some healthcare tutoring for those of us who need a little bit of a boost in our education, especially with all these things being online now. It is kind of hard to really get a grasp on how to do some of these hands-on skills that we're required to do in the healthcare arena, whether you're a CNA, medical assistant, or going into nursing, nurse practitioner, even a nurse educator. I've been doing this a while, understanding Bloom's taxonomy and writing objectives and things like that. So let me know. I'm here for you. Come to collinserm.com and book us. We're happy to talk. With that, I'll let you guys go. So please take care of yourself. Take your vitamins. Get your vitamin sun, your vitamin D over there. And I had to change it up because it could be very vulgar if I said it the other way, and I didn't want to do that. So get your vitamin sun. How about that? And just, take care of yourself, okay, first, before you take care of others. It's okay, especially for us as women. I know we were taught to take care of other people first, but take care of yourself first, and then go take care of others. Like on the plane, right? You got to put your oxygen mask on first before you can put it on anybody else. That's the way you see it. That's the way you govern it. All right. So you guys take care. I love you. Thank you for joining me. Peace. Namaste.